Trust me, bro, I will. Here's the month's living expense, don't waste it. Walks out.
Blame Hiruzen for
He did do that though. I remember that. He was like, why do you care about your parents? Just go ahead and don't think about it, and then just left. Alright, yo. Today we got Taz explaining to us why do people hate Hiruzen. Okay? We're gonna go ahead and get into the video, so make sure you guys go and subscribe to his channel. Make sure you guys subscribe down below if you are not. If you're new, make sure you like the video for the algorithm, okay? But let's go ahead and get into the video.
Hey everyone, Taz,
Hey, how's
and
it
I'm
going,
back with another
Taz?
installment of the Why Do People Hate series,
Why
where
do
I'll be
people hate
tackling
series?
Old Man the Third. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, is actually one of the most polarizing characters of the anime. And the funny thing is, most of the hatred harbored against the third stems from details about the story that were only revealed about him after his death. Hiruzen wasn't necessarily
Wait, details about it after his death? Is it because he was kind of hoeing Naruto a little bit? I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of hoeing him. Y'all know that too, okay? So let's go ahead and see.
Necessarily a bad person, but his incompetence or negligence, as well as how he was a pushover,
That he was definitely a pushover against Danzo.
and allowed bad actors like Danzo and Orochimaru to get away with all sorts of
And
crimes,
Orochimaru.
has led to the third becoming one of the most hated characters in Naruto. Now he did die rectifying his mistakes with Orochimaru, so
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't really die rectifying them. I mean, he took away Orochimaru's hands, but like, bro, he could still, you know, like if he knew any jutsu without any hand signs, he could do that. Maybe, I don't know.
I won't dwell on that, but the rest is fair game, honestly. I'm only gonna present you guys with 2 exhibits instead of 4, but I believe that
only
these
2
two
exhibits?
will be more than enough to uncover why do so many fans hate Hiruzen Sarutobi. If this is your first rodeo, then be sure to subscribe, and other than that, let's jump straight to it.
Make sure to subscribe, yo.
Exhibit A. Hiruzen's negligence of Naruto and the subsequent discrimination he'd face as a kid. Now,
Alright, yeah. So out of all the Biju, besides Naruto and like Gaara, like these two had it like basically the worst. Like, bro, he was ostracized like
this is one of
completely
the
from the
most
village,
popular
yo.
reasons as to why people hate the third, and it's generated a lot of memes. Like seriously, a lot of fucking memes. A lot.
Actually, yeah, let's read these. I can't let Orochimaru revive Naruto. He will kill me if he sees the condition I left him in. Yeah, I remember that one. Naruto, you say? What? I take full responsibility? Oh my god, it was a fucking lie. And then Hiruzen, please take care of our child and make sure he is viewed as a hero. Trust me, bro, I will. Here's the month's living expense, don't waste it. Walks out.
blame Hiruzen for
He did do that though. I remember that. He was like, why do you care about your parents? Just go ahead and don't think about it, and then just left.
Naruto's childhood or sad backstory.
I remember that one.
Since, you know, he was the acting Hokage at the time. And it's even worse when you consider the anime scene where Kushina practically begged the third to take care of her son, almost like she foresaw the life he was destined to have. Now, I know that a lot of people will say,
I promise.
it's just an anime scene, as if the Naruto anime is completely irrelevant if it's not manga canon. Even if we were to ignore what Kushina said as just filler, which I don't consider the anime extensions of canon scenes as filler, but whatever. If Kushina didn't tell Hiruzen verbatim to take care of Naruto, it's just logical for him to assume responsibility. Naruto's parents, one of which being the former Hokage, sacrificed themselves to save the village from the nine-tailed fox. And despite the fourth's wishes that Naruto would be revered as a hero, instead, Naruto was blamed for the fox's rampage.
Completely.
And he grew up facing discrimination and being alienated by the same villagers that he saved.
Exactly.
Now, it's not like the third Hokage incited the villagers to hate Naruto, but as the current Hokage, he had the moral responsibility of protecting the fourth Hokage's kin.
He definitely did. His old ass should have done a damn better job, okay? I'm not gonna lie. He sucks a little bit for that.
Especially given Minato's sacrifice. I'd imagine that if the Hokage were to address his people and discourage them from shunning the Jinchuriki, then Naruto wouldn't face as much discrimination as he did. Now,
Yeah, they could have definitely did something about like the amount of discrimination that Naruto was like dealing with. They kind of just hoed him. Like some of y'all are giving the excuse he's a tired old man. Bro, look, listen, if you're the Hokage, do something, okay? Like, come on, I don't know. I don't know. You can do something. Make a shadow clone or something. Do that. Make a shadow clone to do that paperwork. Okay, I know he's old. Maybe he could train a little bit to get a little bit less old. Okay, like you saw Donzo out here. Donzo was kind of scrapping a little bit. I mean, you know, old ass.
I could say that there wasn't much that Hiruzen could do about it, since Jinchuriki faced discrimination in all of the other villages too. Well, here's another idea. After the news about Naruto being the Jinchuriki were leaked, Hiruzen could have attempted to do some damage control by revealing that Naruto was the famed Yellow Flash's son, the hero of the village. I know the excuse given for that is that Minato had a lot of enemies, and revealing that Naruto was his son could put a target on his back. But Naruto already had a target on his back. All Jinchuriki do. At least that way he could have saved face with the villagers, considering that the villagers idealized Minato. But
I mean, he could have saved face with that one, but at the same time, no, because I definitely, like, before when they were still Genin, Iowa would have cooked Naruto. Maybe the Lightning Village, they might have cooked Naruto. The rest of the world doesn't really care that much. Orochimaru would have probably wanted to touch him like he usually does, you know, all that stuff. So I don't know about that one, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
no, that part had to remain a secret. And to make matters worse, Hiruzen didn't even tell Naruto who his parents were, or that he hosted the Ninetales. So Naruto had no idea why he was orphaned, who his parents were, and why he was shunned by the villagers. It's not to say that all the blame lies on the third Hokage's shoulders. Jiraiya and Kakashi should have revealed the information to Naruto, and they could.
Yeah, see, I also definitely blame Jiraiya and Kakashi. Like, Jiraiya could have came back and, you know, he could have talked to him. I mean, I know Naruto was like a little ass kid, but like, Jiraiya could have, like, you know, he gave him stuff in secret, or, you know, I mean, if he really wanted to take care of him a little bit. Like, I know he was busy doing his spy missions, but he was also doing his research, okay? Instead of helping Naruto. Like, come on, Jiraiya kind of sucks with that one. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit. And then Kakashi, Kakashi was in the village, and I'm pretty sure he was protecting Naruto as an Anbu, I think, if I do recall. But like, at the same time, come on, you can talk to him a little bit. I mean, come on.
Could have been more present in his
Jiraiya's
childhood,
books.
but it's the Hokage's responsibility more than anyone else's,
That is
especially
true.
given the connection between him and Naruto's father. Yes, he had his busy Hokage's schedule, but the fourth Hokage's son being treated like a pariah should be a priority. In other words, he could have done better. Also, looking into Naruto's early life, where Hiruzen basically gives him a check every month and then just lets him be, I know that this is just filler, but if this is representative of how his childhood was as an orphan, then we can see why the third gets so much shit. Naruto desperately needed a parental figure, or just someone to give him company. Though I suppose you could give
150%.
Hiruzen some credit, considering that he's the one that paired Naruto up with Iruka and explained to Iruka Naruto's situation so that Iruka was more sympathetic to the lad, and Iruka saved Naruto from the loneliness. So credits due where credits due, but still,
that's
the
not
third
enough,
Hokage could
really.
have
One
definitely
person
done more for Naruto.
One
Exhibit
person
B,
is a little bit
Danzo.
not enough. No,
Yeah, that name alone should be enough. Probably the biggest reason as to
Danzo.
why the third Hokage faces backlash is because of his shadow Hokage, or rival. One that was an egomaniac and whose scandals have created disasters
Most
and
definitely with that
lifelong
one.
enemies for the Hidden Leaf. After Hiruzen was chosen over Danzo to become the next Hokage, Hiruzen felt sympathetic to his friend, and in order to appease him, he permitted Danzo to create the Root, or the Foundation, a ruthless subdivision of the Anbu under Danzo's exclusive control. Hiruzen's carte blanche to Danzo and his ignorance of the Foundation's questionable activities meant that Danzo could do basically whatever the fuck he wanted with little to no accountability. Danzo started acting like he's above the law, and he'd remain a problem well after the third Hokage's death. Hiruzen's fault was
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He did not control Hiruzen, or Hiruzen never controlled Danzo and what he did, like, at all. He kind of just like left a blind eye at it. I'm not gonna lie.
his naivete in believing that Danzo actually had the Leaf's best interest in mind. The
Not
Root
at
would
all.
go on to unleash terror with their
Honestly, Danzo did not have the Leafs like best interest at heart. Honestly, it was more so like I don't know, he loved the village, but like he was also power hungry, so like it's kind of like an Orochimaru thing. Like how Orochimaru wanted to be Hokage and all that. It's like, you wanted to be Hokage, you know, you care about the village and a little bit, but like at the same time, you your own goals like still succeed like everything else, including the
Nefarious
village.
meddling in foreign affairs, and their ongoing missions of either abducting children or
Mm-hmm.
carrying out assassination attempts, one of which was carried out against Hiruzen himself in the anime. Yeah, the anime really brings out the worst of the third. After Hiruzen caught Danzo red-handed for treason, trying to kill the Hokage, he still let him walk, asking him in return to do everything he can to protect the leaf. You can only imagine.
Wait a minute. I actually didn't know that happened. He Danzo tried to kill Hiruzen, and he let him just like, as long as you protect the Leaf Village. Oh, that's actually insane, y'all. That's crazy. There's no way that he's gonna let. You know what? That just pisses me off a little bit more, y'all. Oh my god.
Imagine what Hiruzen's reaction would have been if he saw what Danzo did when Pain invaded the village. So much for always having the Leaf's best interest in mind. Danzo was a cancer, plain and simple. And
Yeah,
considering that Hiruzen was the
definitely was.
acting Hokage during his reign of terror, makes him partially responsible for it. It was the same problem that he'd had with Orochimaru. Hiruzen was far too soft, and he knew that was his weakness. Too lenient, too forgiving, so he thought that he'd balance out his gentler approach to conflict with Danzo's darker methods. Kinda like a good cop, bad cop routine.
Yeah.
However, Danzo wasn't interested in any sort of alliance. He was still jealous of the third, so he
Yeah.
tried to undermine him at every turn. And Danzo will damage the Leaf Village if doing so benefits him. He is someone that Hiruzen should have never trusted. Now, I won't lump the third into the same bracket as these
150%.
two hags, since he at least recognized what a monster Danzo was, and he
Yeah.
ordered him to disband the route after finding out about the massacre in the anime. But Danzo should have been stripped off of any sort of title or power he had. And then there's some that implicate Hiruzen in the Uchiha massacre even further. That the third
Damn.
Hokage was stalling for negotiations and didn't really know what to do, and he actually needed Danzo to bail him out. Hiruzen also thanked
Yeah,
Itachi for saving his
definitely.
ass, so it really does seem like Hiruzen wasn't prepared, and was kinda like a deer in the headlights when it came to dealing with the Uchiha coup d'etat. And a lot of fans believe that the fourth Hokage would have been more competent dealing with that situation. But to be fair,
100%.
it's not an easy situation to handle, especially for someone like Hiruzen, with the hardliner geezers of the Leaf on one side,
Yeah.
and the growingly dissatisfied and resentful Uchiha on the other. The clan had been harboring a grudge against the Leaf Village since the days of the second Hokage, and ever since the Ninetales incident, the tensions between the
That
Leaf
is
and the
interesting,
Uchiha
though.
was heightened. And for someone like Hiruzen, who was a people pleaser and a bit
He was a people pleaser. Definitely, if the fourth Hokage had to deal with it, he would have probably honestly just he would have went with Itachi and Shisui's plan, and at the same time, he probably would have like, if he really has it, he threatened them, and like he's a yellow flash. Like, come on, bro. Like they're not doing anything, and plus they probably would have did like a little bit more like friendly terms. I mean, I know Fugaku was kind of an ass, but like at the same time, he doesn't like his clan probably would have got wiped out if he went against the Yellow Flash. Let's be honest, y'all. Like there would have been a good amount of like people dying, but like come on.
bit of a pushover, it was an unwinnable situation.
Even
when
though he had
revived
the
as a
Mangekyou
reanimated
Sharingan.
Shinobi, Hiruzen blamed himself for the current state of affairs and says that he burdened Danzo with the darkness of the village. So regardless of how you look at it, whether you think that the third was just a naive fool that let Danzo do whatever the fuck he wanted,
Yeah.
or whether you think he was more complicit than that and actually needed Danzo's help, he shares responsibility for Danzo's actions.
Yeah.
And he's part of the reason why Danzo had the degree of control in the first place. It's also the Hokage's responsibility to prevent these bad actors from rising up in the first place. And the fact that he actually helped prep him up is even worse. Danzo's the reason for Sasuke and Nagato's grudge against the village, where the former swore to destroy the leaf and the latter did just that. And in the Itachi novel, it was revealed that Danzo released the information that Naruto was the Jinchuriki, which led
Danzo, see that is something that I didn't know was like really true. I think I like saw about it in the Itachi novel, but like I wasn't completely sure. Yeah, Danzo released Naruto's information, and then like Hiruzen's just like,
led to the ostracization, all thanks to the third's naivete. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, is one of the most hated characters, and it's mostly due to Naruto's childhood and Danzo's influence. Hiruzen was a kind man, and I believe he did have a good heart, but he may have been too much of a pushover to become the Hokage, and a bit incompetent at his job sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I believe those are the most popular reasons.
Yeah. Hiruzen should have never been Hokage. Danzo should have never been Hokage, bro. Like, I don't know. I should have been Hokage for real.
As to why people hate Hiruzen. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the Why Do People Hate playlist, and I'll see you guys soon.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good video, and it definitely like put a whole entire like platform onto why everybody definitely does hate Hiruzen. And like, honestly, yo, it's his own fault. Like, he deserves it. Like, I'm like, respectfully, like, bro, he didn't help Naruto out. He just Danzo, whatever. You know, you're the darkest of the leaf. Whatever. And then like at the same time, like, bro, how does me not to deal with all this paperwork, bro? Use a shadow clone to do it, and then go and like train Naruto or something. Naruto could have been so much stronger than what he is right now if like somebody trained him, and that could have been Hiruzen. And I know he can't show favoritism, but like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Whatever. He would have been Naruto would have been smarter about the whole entire situation too, if you know he had somebody to help him. But you know, he has Hokage duties. Hiruzen has Hokage duties. Whatever. But that's definitely a good that was definitely a good video on why people do hate Hiruzen. So make sure you go subscribe to Juby, bro, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below on why you think everybody hates Hiruzen. Peace.